Hey everybody, Asher here, and welcome to more Football Manager 2022 with Charlotte Football Club. As you can see, we have matriculated our way still up to the top of the MLS league standings. And there's a lot of things that I want to talk about all at once, so let's pick them bit by bit. We do have some injuries, we do have some suspensions. Well, my oh my, how did that happen? We did suffer another loss here, and wow, this is incredibly hard to read. But we had a game against New York FC, and although we did get 2 goals, we did have both Fuchs and Derek sent off. So we are going to be going shorthanded into our next match. A little bit exciting in a way, because it's just kind of like we get to see who else is going to rise up to the top. But it is tough to also see that we had a non-football injury for Orneal Fisher, who was a key backup and was actually doing some pretty good work. Unfortunately, tore his anterior cruciate ligaments on top of last year tearing his Achilles tendon. It just sucks, but that's what you're going to do. Today on the schedule, though, we have first off a game against the I don't know why I'm having some trouble talking. Let's try this again. Philadelphia, the Philadelphia Union. Main reason I want to focus on them is because of the fact that when I did my first journeyman save that took me through MLS, I played as the Union, so it's nice to play them again. And then we're going to do our U.S. Cup match against Atlanta United. Atlanta, who we've already beaten 2-0, and we're playing them at home. So our goal, if we look at our club vision here real quick, so far things are looking good. They want us to get to the 5th round. So if we can make it to the 5th round through here, then that's gonna make everybody, including David Tepper, incredibly happy. So, I mean, that's what we're all about, trying to stay here, stay in good graces. Let's go ahead and get to the first match against good old Philly. Oh yeah, and almost forgot while setting up the team as well. We have our injuries, we have our suspensions, we have a new minimum salary signing here that's literally just a warm body in case I need someone else in the left back. Because Duncan can play both, but he's much better on the right, and he's also a starter. Robin Ludd is actually flying off to Finland for a bit. So I think we're actually going to be without him for our next few matches. Robbie is actually recovering, so we are going to put him in, but I am going to give Violante the start. Robbie still much prefers to be, not Owen Friedel, excuse me. Robinson still seems to do better from the right-hand side, which Loba does too. But we'll make it work like this for now. Like I said, just trying to do some management as we manage our team managing. We do have some questions about people's stuff here. We actually have to give you a number, so let's give you the good old 38 special. Okay, so lots of changes, lots of other things. Everyone's happy, right? Teams are warming up. We have to give our pep talk here. As once again, we should be able to handle Philadelphia. They still have Blake, who is an amazing goalie. I mean, he's who I used to try to ride into the sunset in MLS once upon a time. But I am going to say we're favorites for a reason. Go tell them why, and then we're going to tell everybody to make a difference. And you can see we're getting a lot of motivation. Not so... Oh, we're actually getting Loba involved. He does have a promise that is a ticking time bomb saying he wants other teams to buy his stuff. You can see his potential abilities gone down a little bit. Like I said, if someone wants to pay $5 million for him, cool. That's fine. Okay. Do you think the first goal here will be critical? Yes. Fuchs is suspended. It's not ideal. You're the leading scorers. I think we just like to get the ball into the goal unless your name's Jordan Morris. So here is us. Jordan, come on, do your thing. And then we have Philadelphia, who still has Blake. Like I said, he's just a great player overall. Not really good rating this season, but there we go. Toronto still nipping at our heels, 5 points away with 3 more games. So that's kind of a phantom second place. But we're just gonna dive into the match. Once again, I did put it at the beginning of the previous video. I think I can edit the save, but I have to actually get the save editor to adjust the uniforms. I've heard... Okay, that's weird. Since the patch, I've seen more teams starting off just putting it out of bounds on the side there early. I'm not sure if it was a bad pass because they expected Violante to be somewhere else. I'm also not entirely sure if Mater is exactly the solution I'm looking for at that spot of the midfield. But let's see here. We're going to hopefully not concede here. Oh, we did not concede. All right. So go get it up front. Violante not doing everything. This is where we misled a little bit. Instead of messing with the tactics from here, why don't we just go attacking here? That's fine. And then we go into the tactic. And I know it's our own highlight right now. Okay, we have Ruiz on attack. You're on attack. Amor's not really... You're not really much of an attacker here, but that's fine. We'll do this like this, and hopefully Duncan is going to make some crossing magic work here. He's been excellent all season. And that was good. That's what we want to get from the tactic. So overall here, we are down on our shots though, so we are definitely going to demand more from the team here. May definitely be putting Robbie Robinson in here early. This could be a prime game for us to switch to the other tactic, because right now this is not quite working as much. I mean, we're finally getting some shots. Morris is not doing great. Violante's not doing great. Our whole front line's kind of shitting the bed a little bit, but it's Football Manager sometimes. Apparently they've gotten some good chances and they stopped getting it. What are our comments here for us? Struggle possession, lost possession on the right-hand side, so that's terrible. And then, wow, you are stinking it up. Okay, dressing room time. Let's have a chat. And then, okay, I'm going to point our finger here and say, y'all need to improve. That's true. I'm going to give everybody a chance here for a few minutes, and then I think it's time to switch tactics. This is why we have the backup tactic, because sometimes, this is what eventually happens. You can get a hot start all the time in Football Manager, and then opponents figure you out. Like, it's really fascinating how the game, just like, you know what, sometimes it's your players not doing good, but they'll adjust their defense to stop what you're doing. It's very unlike a lot of other sports games. Corujo actually with the... oh boy, Violante playing it forward, but a little too far forward. That's not great. All right. I think it's time to change. Let's... Nolito hopefully doesn't do anything too dangerous. All right. So we're going to sub, and we're going to try to work this out a little bit. So Tactic 2... doesn't really have a name, but for our midfield, we'll keep Ruiz over here. I think we keep Anunga in here. He's doing okay, right? Maybe. Anunga, where are you? 6.8, that's fine. So Ruiz is not doing too good. Jordan Morris is doing terrible. But we're going to keep Loba at the poacher, put Robinson up here. We have some other... wingers over here. Actually, what? Anunga does not play box. Oh, he's not familiar with box-to-box midfielder very well. Well, you can learn on the job a little bit. I think we put Eric Holt in for... Kessler's actually having a pretty terrible game, too. But I really don't want to concede the yellow card. So, anybody else? Looks like we're doing okay. Violante is kind of crashing and burning, but hopefully the new tactic here. So what do? We have attack, attack, attack. Automatic, automatic. I think we need to put you on attack as well. So advanced playmaker on attack. And that will hopefully do something. I guess we'll have to see. We do have a few more players that we can actually sub in a little bit, but let's see how this goes. Make a difference. There we go. Everybody's really motivated, especially Robinson, who was out for a little while. But my goal here now is to beat the Union with confusion. And so far, we've only gotten 4 shots. Violante up. Ruiz. Oh, that's a goal. Are we getting offsides, though? What? Okay. There's a VAR. Oh, okay. So, MLS doing some lower league... Guys, okay, this is, I know it's like classic, let's dunk on MLS, but that's the kind of stuff you expect in like lower league management saves. Not, these are professional players making upwards of millions of dollars a year in some cases, and everybody is just lined up poorly. That's a little silly. Okay, Violante in, Robinson looking good, that better not be offsides. They're appealing for offsides. Are we going to get another VAR? We're not. Okay, there we go. Goal time. Amor over to Violante, making a good assist. Robinson doing what he does well. Violante with another cross, and Jordan Morris found the goal. He found it. He found it. Finally. Okay, finally goal.com. We're gonna keep this line up here for just a little bit. Sergio Ruiz needs to like not do this. So we're gonna bring in Bronico again. I've had a little bit of a ordeal with Bronico. I'm not sure how much of that was on camera before, but he's wanted to go. He's one of the original signings for the football clubs or the Charlotte FC. So he was not very happy that his promised playing time hasn't been there, and nobody wanted to trade for him, and nobody wanted him on loan. So he's currently looking for something, and I've told him to try and find it himself. After this run, we're going to make a sub. Oh, what a shot! Jordan Morris making up for being featured in the last video. Oh, boy. That's really exciting, and probably a great time to make a substitute here. We're not going to load manage Morris. He's hot, and we're going to keep riding the hot hand, as it were. Lobo with a beautiful assist there. I mean, all Morris had to do was just kind of tuck in and be like, okay, the goal's that way. Got it. Thanks. So we're up 2 now. We can probably afford to rest some people. I could rest. I do want to get some of my new players some run time here. So Robinson, we get 45. I think we put Perez in here just to give him a little more experience. And I think he's probably... Okay, so Robinson, we'll keep him at the advanced forward hint. That's fine. Anunga, who's suddenly a lot better here. There's some weird visual glitching. We'll put Bronico up here. And other player can make a seat. Marky Delgado weirdly falling out of favor a little bit. Jesus Merriman, same thing. We switched to tactic too. Part of the interesting thing with it is that this was partially motivated by having less midfielders to work with. And now I've gone and signed so many midfielders that I'm just trying to find them all space. And we get one more person to drop in there. I think it's going to be Osiguenda. I mean, Amor is actually holding his own today, which is nice, but he's getting a little run down, and he doesn't have like the best match sharpness. We need to get our left back here. When we're up 2-0 in a situation like this, we need to get players in that we can, just to get them to work. So we have 2 of them being nervous. Hopefully that does not bite us in the butt. But maybe Jordan Morris, he's our hero. He's going to take the Union, not down to 0 because he's not on defense. But look at this. We are suddenly attacking them, and it's working. It's nice when a tactic's working. Please. The question, of course, is defense. How are we going to do on defense when we have 4 pretty wide up front? And that was a good move. And Blackman just with another one-on-one. That's one of the great things about Jamal Blackman. And if you have watched any of Zealand's saves as well, that better not be a penalty. Okay, good. He also has Jamal Blackman on there. And I've seen the same thing in his sort of save streams as I've seen in this experience here, which is that he is excellent in one-on-ones. And some of that's his size, and some of that is just that he's really good at one-on-ones. Of course, I say that, and then Philadelphia scores. Are we going to get another VAR here, or is Holt just going to be responsible? Are we going to get another goal disallowed? Doesn't look like it. I mean, we didn't actually get the VAR decision. Like, there's... Isbin might have been offside. But that's the kind of one that should stand. Like, let's get it right here. Like, that... Ooh. He was offside. I mean, they always switch the blue and the black there, but regardless, we're going to move off of attacking and go to balanced here. And we need to ask our players to dig in. Our left back, he is not doing good. So that's something to flag here. Like I said, we literally just signed him to be a warm body, and if we concede 2 goals at the end of the game based off of this, then whoa, what a terrible clear. But man, we got bailed out. Oh my, who failed at that so bad? Okay, Bronico into Morris. Can we get a hat trick? Duncan, oh, with a very close shot. I think back to one of my South African players that used to just be able to do really, really good in like weird long kick situations like that. I haven't had a fullback or wingback since that could do that. Full time, we managed to survive. Ruiz actually getting a disallowed goal. Oh no, I didn't miss that. That was the really stupid, everybody lined up offsides. bug slash feature. Violante doing really well. Morris with a brace of goals. So we didn't do so well at the very end, but we got some rest for some key players. So let me just go ahead and say, you know what? Well done, guys. That was a good win. That's fine. Not so happy with some of you. I'm glad Diogo's delighted though. But we got some run through for some other people. There we go. We just got a lot of random answers here. You have a real eye for the goal. We love scoring goals. I mean, it's the point. You score more than the opponent and you win. That's the John Madden strategy, right? So Philadelphia banished to the shadow realm of not being able to see their name. We have a debut from a new player. New York has finally passed Toronto. It's all very exciting. So Morris inspires in the Charlotte win. You were superb in front. Finally playing like I knew you could. No assists, no good crosses. He just did it himself, and there's a debut as well. So that's one game in the books. Let's go ahead and time travel into the future, and we're going to go to our game against Atlanta in the U.S. Cup. All right, so it is time to dive. Wow, it was really loud apparently. Time to dive back in with Atlanta in the U.S. Cup. And like many domestic cups, we do have some different registration requirements. I'm not going to be able to have as many foreign players on the team, but that's okay because right now, as we still have the old setup here, we don't have to worry about Lud because he's injured. We don't have to... Well, Orneal Fisher's actually a domestic player, so that's a little bit too bad, but so is Amore. Like, we do have foreign here. I think it's... We can have you, Loba. I think one of my big concerns right now is that we have some tired players. We have some not very well rested players. So I may be playing Loba despite the fact that he's tired. I hate running him into the ground like this, though. But I think the plan is going to be to not play him the whole game because we do want to be bringing Robbie Robinson back in. We can always slide him up front forward. We only have 5 subs this time, so it's going to be not Diogo. We're going to just assume that Blackman's going to make it through the whole game here. And we actually can't bring in a backup striker at all. Actually, is Lud back? Oh, he got his green card. So yeah, he's apparently back and he's fine. You know what then? Let's go ahead and put Robinson up front. I need to learn to read. And this is great because now I'm just in like squinting forward going, ah, what is actually in my face here? So Jesus Marron, we're not going to worry as much about. We'll put you in here. We'll put Eric Holt in here. We only have, I think, 3 subs on 5 players. So this is a lot more like maybe I'm used to. Frito-Lay is going to go down here. So left back, right back, center back, midfield. Marky Delgado seems okay for midfield. He did just get suspended for reaching his yellow card limit. You know what? In fact, Delgado has kind of been doing better in the box-to-box role than Mater. So maybe we bring Mater out. And we could potentially put Saliba in there, give him some cut play. I did get De Jong into a game finally. He didn't do awesome, but he didn't do terrible. So Cerrillo, also a USA player. Pretty good. Let's see if I'm accidentally breaking my registration requirements here because we definitely... I want to have Loba in there as a backup if it comes down to it. So Bronico will we'll keep you out. So there we go. Attack midfield right. Midfield, defense center. Maybe we get De Jong in there instead. We'll see. Like I said, let's see how this works. So we're going to have Robinson up front. Lud, who's apparently, I thought he was still in Finland, but apparently he's getting back on the plane and flying into Charlotte and immediately jumping into a game. So that's good. I was sure that I was going to be without him. So Lud is not match fit. Ooh, okay, he's tired after his last match. So in that case, kind of feel like we can put Violante in there to start with. So Lud could be a sub, Loba could be a sub, You guys are off the squad list right now, but that's fine. Yeah. So here we go. Overall, not a ton of new changes, but it's a MLS match. We need to win this to meet our board's requirements. We have complacent players, motivated players. I'm going to say impress me defenders. We have a complacent goalkeeper. That's always a little worrisome. I have a cat that's doing things really loudly in another room. I don't know if you can hear it, but maybe he'll be back here in a little bit. I'm not worried about complacency, except for the fact that I just said that I am. We want to have good momentum. We don't call it ties in the United States of America, but this will be fine. Here we go. Diving into the actual match. And here we go with kickoff. Kyrie Robinson immediately. Are we going to get like a red card right away? That was just like the worst trip ever. Let me go save the cat from himself. After this, Duncan going over just all the way over here. Oh, fuck. Morris is hurt already. Okay, well, that's 3 minutes into U.S. Cup run. Morris, who was sensational against the Seattle Sounders, which is his old team. He would like to come off. It looks like it could be a tight calf. Well, we're not going to play around with that. So, what did we say? We said that we wanted to bring Loba potentially in for Morris at some point. Like, here's Morris's. He's fair. He could be hurt, so we could be without Morris for a while. So we're going to give the pep talk and continue the match here as soon as I save a cat. So this is exciting. My marquee player who's actually turned it on the past few games is now injured, which, I mean, that's exactly one of the concerns that I've outlined multiple times in this series, is that the team is not fully built yet, and yet we have the U.S. Cup match congestion arama right now. So Violante, you're going to have to make some stuff work. I may be switching Robinson and Loba's places. Depending here, Loba tends to do better in the striker position. That was offside. I think I'm not going to argue with that one. Martinez, however, what a goal. Holy cow. Okay. So Guzan, let's just look over here. They just went all the way over, and I've already dropped back my defensive line, I think. So Martinez gets in between Fuchs and Derek, my 2-star defenders, and just hits a perfect shot off the post. That's like, look at this. 0.04. That sounds about right. 0.04, 1 shot, 1 goal. All right, let's make sure that we have our defensive line back. Should be the case. It's not. All right, I don't think we need to panic here. We're just gonna need a goal. Ugh. But that's Football Manager, and that's like any sport at all. Sometimes they just get the freak shot that works. We're gonna need to possibly do some serious work though. So Derek with a good header, and except that we're offside again, let's go attacking. We're home. Fuchs with the long throw. Doesn't really do a lot. Sergio Ruiz, somebody save us here. I may need to go shoot on sight here in a minute. That's worked for me. Weirdly, shoot on sight used to be just like a death sentence for your offense in Football Manager, but this team's responded well to it a few times when the assistant managers suggested it. So maybe we can make it work here. Loba not doing too great from the right wing. Delgado hitting in too far, and here I am saying shoot on sight like it's a good idea. Let's actually switch up Robinson and Loba here. Let's put Robinson on the right. He does prefer being on the right wing to the left. But yeah, we're gonna have to find a goal somewhere. That's a goal. Kessler with his first goal of the season. Yellow cards for everyone. Our defense is apparently very aggressive. Kessler going to get some bonus points for the goal there for his rating. Duncan actually sad about something. Maybe he didn't get his coffee. I don't know. Oh, that's a terrible advertisement with the mustache. All right, so it's 1-1 now. It's gusty. It's 73 degrees. What a beautiful day in Charlotte. What you don't see is the humidity. Oh, but man, Violante once again getting his crap taken from him. We'll need to definitely put Lud in there at some point. The one thing I definitely got to look out for is that we already have done 1 substitution and 1 round of subbing. So we have When I do the Lud substitution, I want to make sure that I do it at a time where it'll well impact the match if he does need to come on. If I can stick with Violante all the way through, that's give the rookie some chance to run and get quality minutes. That was almost a really good goal by Violante, by the way. He's done well. That's what you get with your number 4 pick in the draft, is that it's depth, but it's also, you can throw them in there in a pinch, and if they have the right ability, then that could work. Martinez, I don't like seeing that. Oh, man, Josef. Are we going to get the VAR stuff? No, that's just poor defense on our end, so demand more here. What happened? Who got beat? Derek again. So we need to go into our tactics real quick. Opposition. And we are not... Okay, we're tight marking. That's good. We are going to tackle him hard as well. Oh, no. That's wrong person. So Martinez already tight marking. Trigger press. Try to show onto foot. I mean, we've done most of what we can do. The assistant manager's actually been pretty good dealing with those instructions, which is why I haven't done it very much. So here we go. Down at home. This is an unfamiliar position to us. Okay, so we're gonna they have some injured players that are actually doing okay for them, but we need more from our team here. I've already demanded more. I think they're going to get a good talking to at the half, because it's been a while since we've given up 2 goals, much less 2 goals. Well, okay, technically we gave up 2 goals against or 3 goals against New York, but that was 2 players down. And Martinez, is he going to get a hat trick just right away, just running right past the defense? Oh, Lord. Okay, this is not what we want from the cup match here. So I'm going to need to figure out what exactly is going on defense. Why we are just screwing around, leaving people unmarked. Yeah, this is going to be a bad game for some people here that are going to get a talking to in just a minute. Okay. So look at this. We have a bunch more XG. So our offense is doing okay. But like I've said many times, XG is not the be-all, end-all of everything. Sometimes you just get a fantastic player like Josef, and now we get to scream at our team. All right, so Thrash Arms, you've been terrible, sorted out. That's correct. Justin's been terrible. Our defense has been terrible. I blame our center backs for letting all that get through. Nunga not doing good. We're going to start the second half and see if we can get things moving. Let's actually get very aggressive here. I'm going to do more direct. I'm going to allow our players to be more expressive. We're going to try to go in wider. I'm going to distribute to the fullbacks. We're not going to go full route 1, but we are going to move the defensive line back just a little bit more. All right. So Loba has just like totally crapped on this game. And we need somebody to turn it around. I may actually put Lud in for Loba in the front. But yeah, it's nice that Lud is now an American citizen, so I don't have to worry. Ooh, what a bad pass. And some of this is fatigue. Fatigue's going to lead to bad passes. But that's just sloppy marking from my defense there. All right, Escobar passing it on, demanding more. Again, how many times can we demand more? It's just like the Skinner box at this point. You just keep pushing the button, and what can you get? I mean, if we get eliminated from the cup games, then we just have our board or chairman to be mad at us. Let's see here, 50 minutes. We need 2 goals. And we need to change the state of the game here. So maybe I need to change some of the roles here, like Violante, Fuchs into Loba. You're done. You are fucking done. Lud, get in there. Save the day. You're on attack. You're on attack. You're on attack. And support. That'll be okay. We have, I think, one more sub that we can do here. And wow, Robinson has been equally terrible. So losing Jordan Morris at the very start is definitely not the reason my defense has been doing terrible. Who do I sub out? As weird as it is to say, it might be a Nunga, and I just give Saliba a chance to get some minutes. If we're already losing, we can at least... Well, you know, I could put Owen Friedel in there. We could just let it go full rookie. But, man, I got to give it a chance here. Let's give it to Saliba. We'll see how this goes. We're going to stick with the regular tactic. The defensive shape is not too different between this tactic and the other tactic. Yeah, we just need to do a lot better. So Lud over to Violante, a little bit too far. We know Lud is a very good winger, but unfortunately he's going to have to play the front today. So Robinson, who's been doing quite terribly. Okay, would have appreciated an own goal there. So they're just trying to get the ball forward now. They don't want us to do too much else. Ruiz over to Lud, to Delgado, please. Okay, that could have been a goal. I mean, if we just don't hit the shots, we just don't hit the shots. But I need more than what we have here. But this is Football Manager. Sometimes you just get... okay, that was just a really good set-piece goal. And Atlanta's just got the momentum that we don't have. They just came in to play, and we just came in, like, to die. Like, remember, we beat Atlanta 2-0 earlier this year. And now they're up 4-1 on us. And it's not like we played a bunch of subs. We're mostly playing the starters. It's if the board says get to round 5 of the U.S. Cup, which once again, I repeat what I said at the beginning of this whole series. Which one of these goals is not like the others? Don't finish in the bottom of the league. Don't finish in the bottom of whatever. Don't worry about making the playoffs. Also get to the 5th round of the U.S. Cup. Yeah, that's a bit of a taller order. But we are also the top team in MLS, so this is disappointing. Robinson's going to get fined. I don't think anybody else needs to be fined. Blackman, honestly, I'm not going to blame him for the goals when it's my defense that really failed. Like, they just let people walk by, and if you just let people walk by, then what's going to happen? Lud, okay. That is a goal. That is a lifeline. I've played Football Manager enough to know that 30 minutes is a really long time, especially if you can catch the other team getting complacent. And Lud, a fresh set of legs just on the way back from watching Finland get thumped by Ireland and somebody else. I think they lost by a combined 7-0, and Lud did terrible there. But so did the rest of his country. So he can do good for us, right? And it's great because Loba's like, wah, I can't get on the Ivory Coast team. We're going to try to fire up our team here. See if we can get them to hit the ball into the goal. Looks like they're probably being incredibly defensive at this point. And two goals in 10 minutes when we're getting no highlights. And I've pretty much done everything I can to get our team to get more balls on the other side. So I'm guessing that the highlight match engine is just like, nah, whatever. There ain't a thing. Robinson still not redeeming himself. So you can have a nice long sit about that. Duncan, I can see what he's trying to do, but when we have there we go. Good interception. Lud. Oh, to Violante. Please shoot. Okay. He's not the best finisher, but right at this point we need balls going into... Oh my gosh, you're so dumb. You're so dumb. Let's watch the end of the game together. As we just have... Oh god, kitten in the tie. So what do you think? Oh, that's the end of the game. Bye-bye, playoffs. So once again, this is Football Manager in a nutshell. You have XG, but we lose 2-4. And from watching the game, we deserved to lose that one. Like, we just got outplayed. We did okay on passes, we did okay on possession, I guess. But overall, it just did not work out. And Martinez, who didn't even stay on there, I guess they just let him. They don't have the sub stats on the side there. Yeah, bye kitten. Yeah. Losing Jordan Morris to an injury sucks. There we go. That's what I want. I'm not going to throw anything, but I'm going to just say we should have won and we didn't. Jordan Morris got injured. That's a problem there. Everybody seems motivated, so I'm not going to have individual talks. Bad day at the office. I am disappointed. If you persist with Robbie Robinson, it is clear it's none of those fans' business. It was a great goal. That's true. Like I said, a little bit of luck. There's a 2-4 floating up over there. So Atlanta with a pretty sizable upset. And let's check the injury here. 1 to 2 days. So guess who's playing here in the near future? But Charlotte got a lot of shots, but did not finish the thing. So head coach slams team. Fuchs says that I have a nice temper. It's true. Yeah. So before we forget, let's do our homework here. And our homework is to talk to Robbie. And we're going to discipline player for poor performance. He took the day off, so I'm going to take the day off as well. And we have animals that are destroying things because it's fun. Let's see if he accepts his fine. He accepts his fine. He did play poorly. So we're not fining him a week yet. Wow. Oh, shit. But remember when I said before that he has the numbers, he has the ability to, like, do some stuff and really kind of make it work. You can see his current abilities dropped a little bit, but he still does have the potential. The problem is that I'm kind of whelmed. He hasn't done anything really exceptional when he's been in games, even pre-injury. So this is one of those things where I was listening to trade offers for him before, and that may be where I come back to it once I can get some of the other players that are incoming in here, because I do have some more attackers, and I'm going to need to free up some space. Carlton is actually U.S. born, so that's not an international slot, but I think Diaz and Arezzo are international. Well, they are international, so that's going to be a problem. And this player who came up on my radar from Barca B, Julian or Ulian Yami or Jamie or whatever. We'll call him whatever. I don't even know if I'm going to get him. I just put in a transfer offer for an end of his contract. That's a potential Fuchs replacement as well. But that's going to do it for this one. This is Asher. Like I said, I will show losses when they come, if they come up while recording. So apparently our club vision of making it, we have failed to reach the 5th round. But we're doing good otherwise. So I'm going to keep going down the schedule, and we will follow up here, hopefully without as crowded of a, that's still really crowded. But eventually we're going to get into July, where there's a big mid-season break, and then August, September push towards the end of the season. We'll find out where we end up next. That's it for now. This is Asher with Football Manager. Almost forgot to say what I was going to say. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and we will do it again soon. Take care. There we go.